Lights, camera, and action. Cut. Hi guys,
Hi!
my name is Gautam Gurnani and we are today with Swarali Karulkar for the second episode of The Chat.
Yes!
Hi Swarali, welcome.
I'm pleased to be here.
Thank you so much. So for most of them who don't know who Swarali is, she is the Dance India Dance Season 4, one of the finalists.
Finalist, the only woman
The only woman.
for season 4.
Season 4, yeah.
Of course.
So to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
how did DID happen? What was like, how did you, first step, how did you went into DID? Like how was that process?
So, well, I've always wanted to go to DID. When I was younger, if you guys remember, if you've watched Indian television, there used to be Boogie Woogie.
Boogie
And that
Woogie.
was like the biggest show. And honestly, when I started, not that I'm saying that I'm a very good dancer now, but when I started, I was terrible. I was like in the last line in the corners, people used to like push me and all of that. And I auditioned for Boogie Woogie 5 times. The 5th time I got selected, and guess what I did with this opportunity? Terrible performance. And since that day, I was like, nay, I have to like prove myself, I have to do something, blah, blah, blah. And then DID came and DID season 2 came and I'm like, this is great. And I started training. So I used to go to school, I used to do dance classes, and then I used to like go to the gym till like 1 o'clock in the night and train every day to make sure I'm ready. And then I did this show called Just Dance. That was
Just
on Star
Dance,
Plus.
yes.
So I did DID doubles. That was like history. I did DID doubles, first reality show. Kuch nahi hua, I was on standby, disaster. Then I moved on to Just Dance and I was one of the top 7s. And then I started building little contacts. So I was working. I was actually, not many people know this, but I was assisting Prince
Oh,
for
wow.
DID Little Masters.
Prince.
So Prince, hi. So and Faisal, who won the show, was trained for contemporary by me under Prince's guidance, of course. So I was assisting him while DID 4 auditions started happening, and there was a part of me that really wanted to go and participate, but I'm like, I'm committed to Little Masters. Abhi Faisal ka kya hoga? You know, I want to be there. And DID people approached me and they asked me, they were like, you know, we are having this show, we would like you to audition. And at the time, I had also broken my leg. Because, of course,
Dancer?
I went to Goa and I drank too much and I got on a scooty, and that's how dancers break their legs.
Not by dancing.
Not by dancing, but
Never by dancing actually.
and I kept going back and forth if I wanted to audition, and I spoke to my mom and I was like, Mama, what should I do? And she's like, you wanted to be on DID ever since you were a little girl, so why look back now? And I was like, okay, let's do this. And I took a flight. I was in Baroda because Bombay auditions were done by then, and I auditioned from there, and then just no looking back.
That's really cool. How was that experience, like performing on a national? The pressure, first of all, the pressure. I'm pretty sure there is a huge amount of pressure that's as a viewer you don't see it on screen. First of all,
Yes.
but as a performer, as a contestant, there's like 24/7. You're just drilled on that. Like subah utho, rehearse, go back,
Yes.
sleep. That's the whole
Yes. Sleep.
sleep, dance, repeat. That's it, right?
Yes, I mean, I think in the beginning there's a lot of excitement. Like you go in with the excitement for 1-2 ghanta because that's how much you sleep. You just sleep an hour and 2 hours every day, and it doesn't feel like that. It's like ho jayega because you're so excited. Competition, DID, ZTV, ye wo blah blah. And then after a while, your body, you physically start giving up. You're like, I cannot keep doing this, you know. You're like rehearsing, or jaise episodes बढ़ जाते हैं, you know, competition increases, like friends start becoming a little
competition.
हाँ, ये नहीं बोलना, वो नहीं बोलना, act नहीं discuss करना. पहले everybody is a family. और बाद में फिर इसने मेरे अंडे लिए, okay, now I'll see you in next act. And you know, you don't stay in the house, you stay in Z bungalow, so it's really hard. You're away from your family. I mean, I was from Bombay, but people, you know, who travel stay away from their families by themselves, and late night rehearsals. फिर बहुत सारे changes होते हैं, prop changes, costume changes, and you see that amazing act, but there's a lot of hard work that goes behind getting on that stage. There's a lot of injuries, there's a lot of tears, a lot of blood.
What brought you to US?
Well, I wanted to. So I was also, a lot of people might not know it. They don't know me. It's also, how do I phrase it without sounding arrogant? Let me see. Let's say I was a good student.
Okay.
Let's leave it there. I was a good student, and education was always a big deal. And I did my bachelor's in psychology. I was like the second in my college, basically. So I didn't want. I was so involved in dancing. I didn't want to just give up my education. I'm like, इतना पढ़ाई किया.
अभी क्या करें इसका?
अभी मतलब ऐसे नहीं ना कि no. I wanted to do something with it. So I was like, but after dance and then so psychology, that's when I found out about dance therapy. And at the time, India there was, I won't say there was no dance therapy, but there wasn't much. There wasn't a degree. And I wanted to get my master's. And that's how I found out about the USA. I knew what USA is, but like dance therapy exists in USA. There's an association. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to look it up. And it was good. I also wanted to be independent. I wanted to move out of my house and move out of the country and really challenge myself and be like, okay, I've done so much work in India. What else can I do?
To most of you don't know what the Masters is, it's called Masters in Dance Movement Therapy.
Yes,
right?
Masters of Science
Master
in
of
Dance
Science.
Movement Therapy.
Right.
Yes.
So you did that.
Yes, I did.
And you graduated, and what happened after that?
So after I graduated, I got a job here. So I work with preschoolers, that's 3 to 5 year olds, and they are on the autistic spectrum. Some of them have learning disabilities, and it helped me view dance very differently than what it was on DID. Because DID, it's a competition.
It's a competition.
You're showing off, and you're just like, nahi, ye karna hai, wo karna hai, nahi. This kick has to go there, cartwheel has to happen in the air. But when you're working with kids, it's a very, you start viewing dance very differently, because now you're using movement to actually help communicate with a child who has some kind of disability and is not able to express themselves. So it becomes a very human way of looking at movement. So I really liked that, and it was very honestly, it was very hard for me, because I came from a very commercial, show-off kind of a background to this, no, you have to really be in the moment and feel it, and that was hard, but it changed my life.
How's working with the kids? Is it, it's, of course, it's good as a, what you get out of it, but
Yes.
how is it in real terms? Does the kids get annoying at times? And you get into that, like, give me a moment. You can't shout.
I am not a fan of babies to begin with. They're adorable. There are times when I go there with like a foul mood, and then there's just like a bunch of 3 to 5 year olds, like they come and they'll sit on my lap and they'll hug and they'll jump, and it's like yay. But then there's also times when I've worked till 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to go to work at 7 o'clock, and I've like barely had my coffee, and then these kids enter with all this energy and they're just bouncing, and I was like, I just wish you would sit. So there's days when
you see both the spectrums.
Unacceptable things come into my brain, but there's
not unacceptable. No, it's not. It's not. What do you call it? Inappropriate.
But also unacceptable. It's like, if you know me, they're just not accepted by the society. It's not normal. But sure.
But let's not. Let's not go there. Let's come back. One quick thing, I just wanted to put it out there because
Yes.
I know something about it. Very little again.
Mm-hmm.
You were very best friends with. I'm taking the limelight out of you for a minute.
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna come back to you again. You're best friends with Mithila Palkar.
Mithila Palkar.
Mithila Palkar. Shit.
Yes.
Mithila Palkar. Big fan. Again, amazing voice. Very gorgeous. Hi. That's it. That's all about. Hi. How are you?
Oh God, Mithi. Yes.
So how is that friendship like? From bachpan ke those types, yeah.
Mithi and I have been in school. We've been in the same school since 5th grade, and for a lot of people that don't know it, we were known as twins because for some reason we walked together. Like when we would walk, we would step together, and we would say words together. Like we are in a conversation with a group of people, and we'll say the same thing at the same time. Always. And then we did this, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. When we did this thing when we were in school, we were watching Hannah Montana.
Hannah
at the time.
Montana.
And you know
Disney
how
Channel.
yes, and there used to be these two girls. Those
Oh,
children,
yeah.
they would do like ooh, and then me and Miti started doing that in school just to like, I don't even know why, but
Just because you could.
every time we said something together, and then Miti and I, we also went to like the same tuition classes. We almost got the same marks in the exam. We had the similar kind of talents. We both danced, we both acted, and so
Just to keep it out there again, I'm a Urdu poet as well. That's it.
No, so I'm really happy for what she's done with her life and where she's headed. I think she's always been talented, and now the world knows about it.
So the best friends, like Jay and Viru.
Oh God.
Sita and Geeta, but not their twins.
No.
Jay and Viru. The female version, Jay and Viru. Hi guys, thank you for watching the first part of the video. I hope you guys liked it. This is Swarali. Watch the second part of the video over here. Do like us, share and subscribe to our channel for JokerFace Entertainment and Swara's channel. Take it easy guys, watch it.
See you in part 2.